All right, good morning. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss with thoughts from the Monday night game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Before I go any further, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. Live videos, of course, on a daily basis, plus a live stream. Thanksgiving Eve. You know, I'm now at the age where I don't go out on Thanksgiving Eve anymore, but I'm going to have a live stream Wednesday to update the injury list and all that other good stuff. So those who are of certain age and want to rock out on a Thanksgiving Eve live stream with me, make sure you join us. So hit that notification button and the subscribe button. All right, now, Kyle Shanahan has not met a running back that he doesn't want to put in a committee, no matter how great the running back. Now, I said this last week when Elijah Mitchell led the 49ers in rushing attempts, that it looks like to me that the 49ers, with big plans at stake to win the Super Bowl this season, they have a team capable of doing it, that they were going to preserve McCaffrey, at least in the running game, which is where, the higher incidence of injuries happen, and rely a little bit more on Mitchell so they can preserve McCaffrey, keep him upright for the playoffs. And that's, again, what happened yesterday. So Elijah Mitchell, who is running very well, 9 carries for 59 yards. That's 6.6 a pop. So, he's really doing the job running the football. And he really, he has been going back to his rookie year last season when he was tremendous as a 6th-round draft pick. McCaffrey, on the other hand, got only 7 carries for 39 yards, 5.6 a pop. Again, very good running totals, and Arizona Cardinals defense is just pathetic. But, the fact that McCaffrey only got 7 carries is certainly telling. And even Deebo Samuel, back in the running game, 3 for 37 on the ground with a rushing score. So the thought was maybe Samuel wouldn't be getting, any running opportunities now that Christian McCaffrey was in the fold, but that's not the case. On the Arizona side, James Conner, 14 carries for 42 yards and a score. He's just, a slightly better David Montgomery at this point. When it comes to James Conner. Now, the passing game are where the points were. I mean, this was incredible. Jimmy Garoppolo threw 4 touchdown passes. And again, I'm really high on this 49ers team. They were one Garoppolo missed pass away from beating the Kansas City Chiefs that year, and I really think they can do it. And Jimmy G, love him or hate him, he's got talent. And he threw 4 touchdowns yesterday. And the biggest beneficiary of that was George Kittle, 4 catches for 84 yards and 2 scores. So, Kittle, last week was a dud. This week was great. Overall, he's been very good with Jimmy G back under center. And that's what I said was going to happen once Trey Lance went out. Really good things happening for Kittle right now. McCaffrey, 7 catches for 67 yards. So McCaffrey is still being utilized heavily in the passing game. Again, less incidence of injury in a passing game than a running game, so that makes total sense. Deebo Samuel, 7 for 57. So, I said Samuel was going to be 4th on the target tree. He was right there at the top in this game, but he didn't score in the passing game, at least. That went to Brandon Ayuk, 2 catches for 20 yards, but both catches went for touchdowns. So, in the red zone, it's George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk, not Deebo Samuel in terms of the passing game, where the targets are going. Now, for Arizona, if you're a Rondale Moore owner and you just needed a few points last night, oh, man, this is brutal. He went out with an injury right at the start of the game, and, that you just can't make up, you can't make up ground from that. So that's a big, big, big loss. And I'm certainly, sympathetic to anybody who lost last night, having to rely on Moore even to just get a couple of points. So, but in his place, Greg Dortch is back. 9 catches for 103 yards. Monitor Moore's situation and then pick up Greg Dortch this week if Moore looks like he's going to be out. DeAndre Hopkins, just a stellar campaign so far. 9 catches for 91 yards. Even A.J. Green got in on the fun, 5 for 40. And Trey McBride, 4 for 14. So Trey McBride was interesting to me when Zach Ertz went out injured. I still don't think he's useful in fantasy. But DeAndre Hopkins, man, he has been unbelievable. He is a true difference maker. Those who waited on him and drafted him at value, really, really starting to tilt leagues now. And, Hopkins himself, that draft pick, wherever he was drafted, and mostly it was in the middle rounds because of all the 6 games missed due to suspension, he is really tilting fantasy leagues because of that level wide receiver 1 performance that people got in the middle of the draft. But anyway, hit the subscribe, hit the notification button. More videos on the way today, so stay tuned.